internet, and welcome back to Elegant Suffering, a good society tale of Tanjima upon West Fourpack. It just gets easier and easier every time. How y'all doing? We're excited to jump on in with you today. We are a little saddened because we will not have the illustrious Mr. Grover Shelton with us. Alex is not with us tonight. Feel better, dude. We'll see you soon. But that's okay. We will truck on with our other illustrious players. So why don't we go ahead and jump on in, tell everybody who you are, what you're playing, what you desire, and where else we can find you. Why don't we go ahead and start with Sean?
Hi, I'm Sean the Kraken King, Twitter, Twitch, everywhere else. I am playing Raleigh Addison, the hedonist, and their desire is now, because it changed last week, to restore their reputation and be forgiven by their former friend, which in this case is their cousin, Theo. And yeah, you can find me exclusively here. I'm here almost every day, except for Mondays and Wednesdays. My schedule is on my Twitter. So that's it.
Yay! And we will move right along to Savvy.
That's me. Hi, I'm Savvy at Savvy Seaworth on Twitter, and you can find me here for the most part. If it's happening on this channel, there's a 99% chance that I'm a part of it somehow. And then for the next few weeks, you can find me a couple of other places too. On Friday afternoons at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, I'm on twitch.tv/encounter roleplay. I'm running an Apocalypse World game over there. It's called Diesel Punks. We just had our premiere last week and it ruled. And we're going to do a few more episodes of that, so come hang out with us in the apocalypse. And then starting on Monday, I'll be over at 8 p.m. Eastern Time for 16 weeks every Monday night on twitch.tv/koboldpress, playing a game. It's D&D 5e. It's going to be called A Lesson in Deep Magic. And we're using Kobold Press's new gigantic Deep Magic supplement for D&D. So come hang out with us and buy the book because it's very good. But that's not what I'm doing today. Today I'm playing the Countess Rosamund Spice. She is the heir, and her desire is to marry her secret fiance, Theo.
Speaking of this popular boy, RJ.
Hey everybody, I'm R Justice, but you can catch me at rjustice282 on Twitter and Twitch, where I tweet about the nerdy things in my life and play Halo for God, how long? You can catch me on Mondays and Sundays over at the Indoor Adventures channel, Mondays on our homebrew campaign, and Tuesdays where we play a gunpowder fantasy noir of Tomb of Annihilation. Also, on Sunday morning, you can catch me over at the Hype Goblins channel, where we play in their homebrew setting, and I play another noble lad, but he's a lot sadder and a lot angrier, and he found out his twin brothers are still alive. It's great. Y'all are great.
Bomb dropped. I love it. Who are you playing?
Today I'll be playing Theophilus Wilmot, the dependent, and his goal is to make sure that his dad recognizes him as his true heir and declares it to all the world, but it might change. Also marry his secret fiance.
You know, cause yeah. And I'm Christina Sid. You can find me on the Twitters at GreekSid. I'm usually just there shitposting and doing stuff for this channel. Yay, because I love you guys so much. And next time you see me is on Friday here, 8 o'clock Eastern for Neon Souls, where I'll be playing in the sprawl that Sean runs. But tonight I will be facilitating our epic Regency game of intrigue and snogging. Lots of snogging and lots of intrigue, but also snogging. Thanks for joining us if you're here live, and if you're joining us on VOD, hey, good to see you too. We'll just jump on in for this evening, but let's just do a little review of what happened last time. Yeah, last time on Elegant Suffering. Oh boy, did we throw a rager. There was a party, and it was quite a party. A Grecian-themed extravaganza planned by Raleigh, but produced by our good friend, Lord Richard Galloping Dick Ferguson. There was naked wrestling. There was half-naked actors putting on Greek comedies. There was lots of snogging. We were introduced to Colonel Breyer's very good friend, Colonel George Angus, who made quite a splash with several people, Raleigh especially. They wrestled and then they wrestled. Mr. Shelton, he learned the consequences of sending a forum letter to multiple women at the same time, and got called out for it. It was a little painful, but the lesson was learned, I think. And he definitely learned the lesson by both of the people that he had affections for making out at the end of the night. That was fun. We had some lovely rumors as well, if I may say. Someone's a witch, someone's losing their faculties. It's a lot of fun. But then Grover eventually learned his lesson, so we got our good LB in here for a guest spot and got all that good Colonel Breyer action. But for now, we are going to jump in and continue with our visitation portion of our cycle, and we had a few we wanted to get started, so we're just going to go on down the line and kick this into gear. So the first one I had listed is Mr. Theo, you wanted to look in on your aunt, who, rumor has it, may be losing some of her faculties.
Yep.
I'm assuming you're going to stop in and see her at her estate?
I'd pick a day where he could both talk to Riley and his aunt at the same time.
Okay.
Probably like in different settings, though. One to
you're
conspire, and
super.
then the other like, how you doing?
Well, if you'd like, because we did have that down, would you like to get in an early visitation with Raleigh and then strategize and then go see your aunt?
Sure.
We can do that too.
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. So, when does tea take place?
Middle of the week. Early enough where probably Aunt Mildred is just getting up, and he's like forcing Riley to get up a little bit earlier than normal. So he's sober.
Okay. Sure, I can work with that.
Uh-oh,
I think there's enough incentive here for Raleigh to actually get up at a decent time.
So just past dawn, I would assume. You are awoken, Raleigh, by the servants being like, you have a guest, sir.
What? I'm not.
They said you had required tea, and so they're here for tea.
Right. Theo, right. I'll be down in 10 minutes.
He, with all due respect, sir, he did say, make haste and hurry up and don't stay in bed.
5 minutes then.
Of course. That was, of course, I'm just relaying the message. Okay, and they'll
carry on.
Flee the room.
Probably lays there for 4 minutes, then gets up and puts on a robe.
Theo, you see a rather disheveled and tired and bedraggled Raleigh make his way down the stairs.
You look like death, cousin.
Well, this is too early for any mortal man to be alive, so when we had discussed having tea, I had assumed it would have been a reasonable hour.
It's 7 p.m. A.M., sorry. Whoa. It's 7 a.m., cousin.
Yes. Usually I'm going to sleep a few hours before now.
Oh. Maybe
And
next
waking
time.
up a fair time later with multiple people, hopefully.
Well, if this ever happens again, I'll come calling sometime around 5 p.m.
Perfect. Right, well, see that you do. If you've already woken me, though, so let's adjourn to the foyer and discuss this.
Did Riley put the painting up?
Yes.
Just
Where's
walks.
the painting displayed?
Oh boy. Well, I have to think that, okay, can I spend a resolve token to give my mother very bad vision?
So she can't see the painting that well?
Because I think that would make a lot of narrative sense for everything that he has gotten away with up until this point. Also getting to put up that painting in like the sitting room.
And every time she tries to like find her spectacles.
Yeah.
You're the
Like, oh,
reason
mother,
everybody
over
thinks
there.
she's losing it. Got a naked picture of her son in her drawing room.
There is for like occasions when he knows that she's going to be wearing her glasses and stuff, like if a minister's coming over and she's having like a book club meeting. I don't know what she does, and Raleigh doesn't know what she does.
There's only one book that Mildred needs.
There is another
the Holy
painting that throughout the rest of the week goes up on top of, like, goes over it, but just on an average day, yes, it is out there for full display.
Are you amenable to
Yes.
that, Sammy?
Give that to Mildred.
Go ahead and give Mildred the token.
Oh, she's got 2 now.
All right. And so yes, Mildred is quite nearsighted and requires her spectacles to see afar. But again, does not keep her from reading the good book. So that's all she cares about.
She's probably got it
So-
memorized at this point.
Raleigh leads Theo into the sitting room, doesn't even draw any attention to the painting, walks to where they've set down the tea on the table and like sits and pours himself a cup, and then also like takes a flask of whiskey and pours a little bit in there too, and begins to sit, crosses his legs and sits and says, "Please join me, cousin."
Just walks past the painting, not looking at it, sits down. Oh, God. Riley's the kind of dude who would take the seat in front of the painting, so Theo is forced to
Yes.
sit.
He is sitting right beneath the painting so that you're sitting across the table having to look straight at the juxtaposed real life Raleigh and painting Raleigh right behind him.
Did Raleigh get dressed? Is he literally just like bare bones in it, just like in a robe?
Oh yeah, no, he's just wearing the robe.
Okay.
It's
Just-
the
just to
scene
set-
from
just to set the scene.
the scene from Deadpool 2 when he has baby legs and he just crosses over. Oh. Yes, 5 p.m. would definitely be better. Right.
Well, you arranged the meeting, so what should we discuss then in our nefarious plot?
It's not really nefarious, not like we're planning to off the old man.
No. From his anger issues, I fear he's doing that to himself.
How would you like to divvy up everything? I know that I'd be getting the title and you the money, but we never worked out the specifics.
Well, to be forthcoming with you, I'm sure you realize this, the reasoning for my proposal of this offer was to maintain my current my current status of living despite certain disagreements with my dear mother, and for other things as well. That being inconsequential to you, my main interest would be in the business assets of our uncle, and the profit that comes from those.
Right. We never established what Miles Hammer is known for, how he got wealthy.
How did he get wealthy? I mean, he is a gentleman, but he could have other interests. So he has his estate for sure, and his estate makes money. But he could have other interests elsewhere, kind of like the Marquis.
Mercantile?
Sure.
Buys and sells hammers.
Yes.
Carpentry goods.
Yes.
Carpentry goods.
He has a nail factory.
Yes.
It's called Hammer's Nails.
Perfect.
It's canon now.
All right.
So, income from the factory, and I suppose you'll need some of the income from the estate to maintain the grounds. So, I would be amenable to working out a divvying there.
Right.
And of course, all the assets and the title would be yours.
Are you going to be throwing parties there or at Battenmore?
Oh, well, if you'd like to work that into the agreement, I could, of course, pay you on a weekly basis for any revelries that would be taking place at the estate. I'm sure we could arrange some things. There are some aspects of our uncle's grounds that haven't been fully realized that I'm sure that we could do some creative things with. More hedge mazes, maybe a pool.
Lord Hammer's wine cellar is pretty vast. If you would like to use those in your draw for the parties.
Why, cousin, I didn't know that you would be so amenable to something like that.
I've been working for the past God knows how long to try and keep my relationship with the Countess under wraps and doing my best to gain whatever titles I can to be a man she could marry.
Cousin, I had no idea that you had an interest in the Countess. I am shocked at this news.
You give him a look. We dismissed the servants, right?
Yes, they're all dismissed
Okay.
from the room.
I'm just jumping at an opportunity to expedite the process.
Well, I have some ideas in that vein that could help. Of course, the work with our uncle in securing this arrangement would be top priority. But I could help. I have other contacts and the backing of, well, the Addison name.
What would be in it for you, cousin?
Oh, I don't know. Your happiness? Is that not enough?
Can I roll an insight check? Wrong system, right?
Sorry about that.
No, it's interesting. It's different. Shakes things up a bit. Otherwise, she'll marry Venice Keating, and as much as I love her sister, Venice is an incorrigible bore.
I believe she's allergic to citrus.
I know. I actually gave her some on occasion. It was hilarious.
Cousin, that kills people.
It was only a small amount. I consulted with the doctor beforehand. It was quite funny, though. Her sister told me all about it. Anyway, so that is neither here nor there. It would be interesting, though. And you seem to enjoy each other's company from what I've caught glimpses of.
I would say spying is unbecoming, but too late for that, right?
When have I ever done anything becoming?
Right now. You're being very amenable. We throw that word out a lot. I don't think I know what it means.
I can assure you this is purely for my own self-interest.
You'll give He'll give Riley a very, like, long stare, just trying to figure him out.
Are you alright, cousin? Is the tea not agreeing with you, or are you just captivated by the portraiture you had commissioned of me?
I could say it's the citrus.
Developing an allergy?
Well, if anything else develops over time, I guess I could use your counsel.
I'd be happy to give it. I do love telling people what to do.
And boy, you are good at it.
Well, I'm slightly older than you, so I have a wealth of experience to draw upon. And slightly less repressed. I've probably experienced a fair bit more than you have.
Repressed? What do you mean by repressed?
Well, the time you spend with the clergy. You know, in frocks and kneeling and praying and the like. It's boring. A waste of time.
Don't let your mother hear you say that. She's gonna...
Oh, she knows. I could be yelling this and she wouldn't bother to come down.
Speaking of, how is she?
Mother? Oh, she's fine.
Oh, I received your missive about her declining health, and there are some rumors going about town, so I was concerned.
You know, I was drunk when I wrote that letter. I wasn't really thinking about that when I said it. It seemed like a convenient excuse. No, she's fine by the last time I saw her, which was getting an earful. So she at least feels well enough to, well, to give me what for.
Well, since you're being so kind to help me out, maybe I can help you in this front. See if I can't smooth things over between yourself and your mother.
She does have a soft spot for you. Of course, if you think you can, I'd appreciate it. It'd make my life around here much easier.
Well, I do have tea with her as well in a few, so... It was good talking to you, Riley.
Good talking to you as well. I'm going to lay down again. I could probably get a few more hours before servants come around to change the sheets. I'll catch up with you later.
Good night, cousin.
Good night, cousin. He leaves the tea and takes the whiskey.
It's 7 in the morning. No. As Raleigh goes off to get a couple more hours of beauty sleep, Theo, do you await your aunt's arrival downstairs?
Yeah, he'll ask for a servant to, at her earliest convenience, he's ready to meet with her.
Mildred, you are interrupted by your early morning Bible reading by a servant informing you that Mr. Wilmot is downstairs and awaits your arrival at your earliest convenience.
Okay. While I decide how long I'm going to make him wait, we have a redemption in the chat.
Hey!
Raleigh, take a resolve token.
Hey!
From Mecca, and he gave a reason. Because the resolve token that you spent making your mom have bad eyesight made him laugh. So he's giving you one back.
Thank you,
Excellent.
Thanks, Becca.
Thanks, Becca.
I think Mildred will finish up whatever sort of like section that she's reading, and then a few minutes later gonna set it down and prepare herself, and then go down to see him.
Makes her way from 1st to 2nd Corinthians.
Yes.
Okay. Theo, your aunt
Taking off
arrives.
her glasses, setting them on the Bible. She doesn't need them to just walk around the house.
No, of course not.
Do I need to spend a resolve token to make them have tea in that same room with the painting there? So Theo continues to have to suffer through that the whole time.
I don't think so, considering that nothing was changed. So she's just coming downstairs. It's there.
Oh,
It's in
I
the
love
tea
the
room.
idea that as Theo's getting up to switch places, Mildred comes in, and he's like, "Oh, just."
It's for the best.
She'll send away whatever servant is currently in the room. Good day, dear.
Good morning, Aunt Millie.
And how are you?
Doing well. I just came by to check up on you. I've heard some things in town, and rumor or not, I'm still your nephew, and I should come to call when circumstances arrive.
Oh dear. Has your cousin done something?
No? No, not at all. He's actually been quite friendly recently.
Well, good. He does that when I take away his toys. What are these rumors?
Well, I heard from the baker's daughter as I was getting breakfast that you're losing your faculties.
Pardon?
That you're losing your faculties, Mum.
And the baker's daughter would know this how?
Rumor spreads very fast in Tonsham.
Rumor spreads very fast between the uncivilized in Tonsham. I assure you, I'm quite fine.
Well, I can see that for myself. And it does put my mind at ease.
Good. So, have you spoken with your father recently?
Yes, he invited Riley and myself to the estate to tell us who's in the running. Apparently it's both of us.
So I'd heard from him. How did you find him when you were there?
With a cough, though he played it off like the common cold.
She looks like she's thinking for a minute, I think. Contemplating. Did you find him worse than before?
What do you mean by worse?
Had his condition worsened since you saw him last?
Well, when I saw him last, he was as spry as ever for his age.
Do you think you will see him again soon?
If he comes calling, then I must answer it. It's the polite thing to do. Do you want me to go see him?
Yes, I do. I would like you to check up on him, if you could.
All right. Well, I can do that.
And keep an eye on that butler of his.
What's his name? Benjamin.
Benjamin.
Mr.
Yes.
Collingwood.
He's up to something. And I don't trust him. But Miles Hammer would listen to a snake in the grass before he'd listen to me.
That we can agree upon. Well, it was nice seeing you. Good to know that you're in good health.
I'm just fine.
I'll bring flowers next time.
I would like that. Not any of the ones that are too fragrant, though.
I'll look for something. I'll see you at service.
Of course. And when you see your father, you let me know.
He'll nod his head. Have a good day.
Good day, Theo.
You have a thinking face on there, RJ. Did you?
No, I'm just being told not to trust the butler.
Ah.
Yeah, Theo will leave. Probably go do his duties.
We'll have another chat redemption.
Ooh.
Ooh.
What we got now?
For a mini monologue from one Mildred Addison. Why do you keep doing this to me?
What is Mildred thinking?
Mildred, what are you thinking, Mildred? Perhaps I should have told the boy everything. I am positive, beyond all doubt, that Mr. Collingwood is up to no good. I don't know if he thinks my brother will leave him something in his will. It seems ridiculous. But with my eyesight going, and apparently with rumors about town that I can't be trusted, someone else has to intervene. And it's Theo or Raleigh. And that's not even a choice. That's it.
I had to mark that. Sorry. Wonderful.
Mildred Addison has... Is it Murder, She Wrote? It's just what this is turning into.
Mildred Lansbury.
Angela Lansbury.
I love it. So wonderful, wonderful. Let's see. Raleigh, you ready for a ride?
Oh boy, am I.
Raleigh, you received an invitation in our previous session to go for a ride. I shouldn't call it an invitation. It was essentially an order given by a colonel. So, will you be following that order?
Might as well see where this goes.
Sure.
Try anything once. So, Raleigh will arrive at the designated place around the designated time.
Around noon.
Lightly, fashionably late. For
Do you bring a horse?
Was it specified on the letter to bring a horse?
It
said they were going riding.
It said we're going riding, and
Okay.
be there basically.
Yeah, I guess he does, because I imagine they have stables, and he's probably ridden a horse at some point. He just doesn't like it.
At some point in his life, sure.
So yeah, he does ride in on his horse. Probably the saddle has never been used for it. It's like it is
Brand spanking new leather.
Yeah.
You're gonna be sore.
Uh-huh.
Oh well, yeah.
And not just from the saddle, am I right?
Ayo. Yeah, it's just making your way from your estate to Colonel Angus's estate. Yeah, you changed a little. This new saddle thing. It's not cool. But you do arrive. I don't believe we named Colonel Angus's estate. He just started renting. What is his estate called? Let's see. Any ideas?
Good old fantasy name generator.
Hey,
The Ramwards estate.
Ramwards.
Oh boy.
It was meant to be. So you arrive at the Ramwards estate. Yeah, you seem to run with a lot of folks that have like, you know, an animal that they have an affinity with. It was horse heads at Galloping Dicks, and now you've got 2 big old guardian rams at Colonel Angus's estate. But you arrive and you don't see anyone. There does seem to be a stable, however.
Okay. What would be protocol in this situation? I guess he just... Nah, fuck it. He just goes sort of riding around the grounds to where the stables is, just assuming that's where they're going to meet.
Cool. You arrive in the stables. There doesn't seem to be anyone there.
Hello?
Nothing.
All right. Think dismounts the horse and just goes walking up to the manor
Okay.
at the back door.
Do you just leave the horse out? Do you like put a horse in a stall? Like
He doesn't know how to deal with a horse. Other people do that. He just gets off the horse. Someone else deals with it.
Horse in the middle of the stable.
Yeah.
Okay.
He'd have no concept of that.
I mean, they're definitely there seem to be 2 free stalls. There are 2 horses stalled.
I think
up
for what
in the stable.
Raleigh remembers, he would take the horse, read to about this place, get off the horse, and then walk inside. And later, when he came out, the horse would be ready to go.
It's magic. This
Yeah.
is just how this works, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You dismount your horse, look around, and just start making your way toward the estate. You are promptly tackled from behind, knocked to the floor.
Oh, gods! What? Who? And like tries to get it. Like, what tackled me?
It's Colonel Angus.
Oh.
He's laughing heartily and informs you, "You need to watch your back there, Countess. I was standing there the whole time."
Where?
Right over there. He just like points into the very shadowy corner next to one of the stalls.
This isn't the war front. Why would I be watching my back? There are people here to do that for me.
Apparently not.
And I don't go anywhere that would require such a thing. It's a strange way to ask someone to go riding.
Seems perfectly reasonable to me. What have we got here?
What
He's
do you
going
mean?
around to inspect your horse.
Oh. I don't know. It's a horse.
Does it at least have a name?
Are they in the habit of naming themselves?
Oh, good lord. He just sort of looks down. Well, as a she, you don't, Right. Well, horses are quite like ships. It is bad luck to go riding around on one without it having a name.
Also something I know an equal part about. Ships, that is.
We shall name her now. Do you have a particular name you enjoy?
Well, I don't exactly know what people name horses. Do you have a recommendation? Do they follow a specific naming scheme?
I tend to name them based on their personality. He sort of points to one of the stalls. There's Grimace. He's named Grimace because every time you go near him, he tends to shrink back like a grimace. He's fast as hell, though. And that one over there points to like a very, from the appearance, a very like light brown horse with some white spots. That over there is Princess, because she gallops like one.
Our princess is known to gallop.
This one is.
Well, I don't exactly know the personality of my horse. We weren't very well acquainted on the ride over.
Is this the first time you've ridden this horse?
Possibly. I haven't ridden in years, so I don't know how often these things are changed out.
They're not shoes, they're animals.
Right.
Get on your saddle. Just get on your saddle.
Right. All right. Climbs up awkwardly onto the saddle.
Do you put your back to him in order to
Yes.
mount
yeah.
up?
Mm-hmm.
He rips you off the saddle and throws you on the floor.
Why?
First thing you're going to learn, never, under any circumstance, mount your horse with your back turned to anyone who could do what I just did.
Why?
Because that'll happen. Here, I'll show
It's
you.
never happened before.
And he shows you how to mount front facing, so you never have to turn your back on anybody. All right, go ahead.
All right. Very cautious about not turning his back to George. Climbs up on the saddle.
Very nice. Not bad for a first time. All right, let me
Thank
see your
you.
seat.
Well, I didn't know it was that kind of...
Just sit
Rough.
there.
Right.
So he sort of goes around the horse, make sure you're sitting right. This saddle's too loose. He goes around, fixes everything. And these stirrups are too tight. Fix that too.
Well, I had it custom made for a birthday several years ago, and I haven't had the occasion to use it yet.
I'm assuming it wasn't originally meant for a horse?
No comment.
Fair enough. Well, that should do a little better for you now, and, well, I don't trust you to do any jumping anytime soon, but I think we can at least make it around the property. He,
All right. Well, as long as you keep a reasonable pace and don't go galloping off and turn this to a race or something.
He sort of slowly turns back to you and smiles
Oh,
as he
God.
goes he goes to the stable door. He gets Grimace, it looks like, the black stallion. And yeah, it's kind of sad. He does kind of pull back a little bit, but he, gives him a pat and just very expertly, mounts the horse. Looks like, everything's already ready to go. He was probably waiting for you, but, just wanted to fuck around with you for a little bit. All right.
Seems to be a pattern.
Well, we haven't gone all day. Let's go. And he does a
Right.
little and takes off. A brisk trot.
I think as they're riding, Raleigh would attempt to make conversation unless he just goes galloping away.
No, just a nice trot.
Just says, so, Colonel, your time in the military, how did you find it? Or how are you finding it? I'm not exactly sure how these things work. Are you retired now or still serving?
No, the better you get at these things, the less they let you do. No, I'm mainly training the new recruits at this point. Oh, similarly to Annie at this point as well.
Annie. Oh, the other colonel. Right.
Yes.
Hadn't been introduced to her on such informal
I
way.
would not call her Annie. I think you might regret that decision immediately.
Noted. We didn't get off on the best foot, so I will avoid.
You're still
doing
alive, so I suppose it got off all right.
that. Good to know. Could have been worse. You and she know each other well then from your time serving.
For the first time, you kind of, the jocular, little game he's got going on sort of kind of softens off his face. Yes, I trust that woman with my life. Have on several occasions.
Any interesting stories there?
Well, she's the reason I only have a limp, and I'm not, well, 6 feet under.
That happened on the war front.
Yes. Fighting damn bloody Napoleon.
Must have been something. Can't even imagine.
You always must know your horse. That I'll tell you. Because in the thick of things, the horse becomes part of you, and if the horse decides not to do as it has been trained as well, that's how you end up under one in the middle of a firefight.
Oh. As I said, can't even imagine.
And he pulled me out. Stuck me on the back of her horse. Took off riding into the middle of... Oh, that was something.
And the two of you have been close ever since.
Well, and you owe someone a debt like that, you either have to become friends or enemies, and, well, friends is a little more fun.
So, your reason for your transfer here to Toncham, purely for your positioning, or was there something else that drew you to the locale?
Annie was close by, and, well, any further south and just the whole place stinks, so, well, I thought I'd stay up here. Brighton's close by. Sunbathing's nice.
It is. That is something that I am very well acquainted with.
I had a feeling you might be.
Well, war fronts and riding and all of that has never really been my forte.
Other than throwing grand parties, what is your forte?
Pretty much that.
You don't fool me, Mr. Addison. You may put up a good game, but I put up a better one.
We'll see. You've only been here for what? A week? Game's just getting started.
Bet. And he takes off at a gallop.
Okay. As they go to ride, or if they come back around, unless there was something else with the scene, Raleigh, as he does get off the horse, does like climb off it and I assume follows the colonel's instructions for like how to tend to a horse properly after a ride, and makes a comment and says, well, fairly reliable at getting a good sense of this creature, awkwardly patting the horse a bit. Think I'll name her Annie.
He just sort of very slowly turns to you and bursts out laughing. Oh, do you want to tell her or should I?
Either, really. It'd be funny either way. See who gets to it first.
I'm staying up at dinner, I win.
Well, let me know how it goes.
I shall. Well, we've taken our ride.
Well, I could do with a drink.
Yes. I could do with another ride. And he turns and starts walking into the estate.
That's what I came here for in the first place. Goes off walking towards the estate.
We can fade to black there, I think.
The reason I have so many resolve tokens is because I want to spend them, and then I start watching you guys do a scene, and it's so sweet, and I'm like, no, I don't want to ruin it.
Aww.
Ruin it.
I don't want
Please
to.
ruin it. All right, let's see. Oh, we did have Theo and the Countess were wanting to potentially rendezvous before the Countess had dinner with Colonel Breyer. How would that go? Theo's hard at work, I'm assuming, in the gardens.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess before she went in and announced her arrival and everything, she would try to make sure no one else is around. And then just like kind of creep up a little bit. Working hard, I see.
He is knelt over a patch of flowers, immediately drops his trowel, stands up, kind of, is it noon already?
A little before.
Well, welcome. And, looks around. I didn't have anything prepared.
What do you mean?
Like tea, I think that's the most, like, polite thing to do when someone How are you?
Fine. How are you?
Could be better, but working in the garden clears the head.
Are you going to tell me what's wrong?
He'll walk with her a bit, somewhere more secluded. There's just a lot of things going on with my family at the moment.
Oh?
Yes, Lord Hammer's developed a cough, and my aunt suspects something of the butler, and Riley's helping me.
I won't tell you which one of those three I think is the oddest.
Right. A lot's gone on in a short amount of time, and I'm not a clever man. I need time to process, and I just have not gotten the chance.
Well, I can leave you be if you like.
No, your company is most appreciated.
What's this about your aunt?
Rumors going on around her losing her faculties, but I came by and visited. She was fine, so rumors are rumors.
But she suspects something's going on with the butler?
Right, that. Maybe she was questioning me about Lord Hammer's well-being the last time I checked up on him versus when he called us to his office. There was a degradation. Almost rapid, but he claims it's just a cough.
So what, she thinks the butler's poisoning him? One can imagine why there are rumors going around about her faculties.
I mean, that's a bit of a faux pas, isn't it? The butler did it.
Do you mean a cliche?
Cliche, thank you. Faux pas is more social, isn't it? Anyway. But that's on my plate.
Well, that's quite a lot.
As I've said before, we'll figure it out.
Yes, and here I am coming to have lunch with my fake... I don't know, whatever she's supposed to be to me.
A friend, at least. She doesn't... At least I don't think she has any malcontent, anything bad planned.
No. She's a kind woman.
I hear from her that you are playing checkers.
Trying.
I always pegged you for chess.
I mastered chess at the age of 10. Checkers escapes me. I don't know why.
And you have not allowed me to forget about chess. I imagine they've played chess at least a few times, and she has trounced him.
She could probably beat him in like 4 moves.
You can't move the knight. Oh wait, no, L shape.
Mhm.
Damn it.
Something about checkers, though. I think I overthink it.
I'm a go fish kind of guy myself. Something nice. Old maid, perhaps.
Well, next time I visit, you'll bring a deck of cards.
Sure. Remember when we were younger? It seemed a lot less complicated.
It was.
Then it was a lot easier stealing away into the garden.
It was.
Maybe sometime we can talk about the stars again.
I hope so. Sooner rather than later. Even I can be impatient.
I mean, not much stopping me from sneaking off the estate and onto your grounds. If I find my way there one night and not knock on the wrong window.
She's never going to forget it, you know.
No,
Amelia?
she's not. Just a little old Amelia going, I remember one time when you're tossing rocks at the wrong window.
Shameful. Well, by then it'll be a fun story.
Yes. I don't know what to do now. I talked with Riley about splitting the estate. Everything seemed above board, and I'm getting impatient myself.
Well, you must do something.
I should talk to your father. That's a horrible idea.
Yes.
But I feel like if I don't put it out in the open, then you're gonna get swept away again.
By who? Your colonel?
By someone else? I don't know. The colonel is the least of my problems. She's made her intent known.
Well, if Lord Hammer were to make it known that he was considering you for at least part of his inheritance, it does sort of change the game.
Right. My aunt did say that I should go see him sometime. I'll put that on the docket.
If you had his word, it might convince my father.
Would you like some lemonade?
Yes. Yes, that would be lovely.
You'll leave the Countess to go fetch a glass.
Can I spend a monologue token on one of you fuckers?
We have done no such thing.
Go for it. I had something else too, but yes, I
I'm
want
a
to hear.
lady.
I want to hear a monologue token. On who?
Well, I'm debating. I feel like we've heard more of Theo's thought process through this, so I'm kind of interested in Savannah, so I don't want to pick on Savannah because she's already monologued once as her
No, it's okay.
NPC.
You can pick on
Okay, I want to hear. I want to spend it on the Countess.
about this specifically.
Yeah.
Okay.
All
Sure.
right. Mark that off and savvy.
Oh, jeez.
Well, unless we get any more minis, but one and done. You'll be done for the session. What is she thinking?
Oh boy. Ah, beans. That's it. It's just beans.
Well spent.
I think he leaves the room and she has a minute to think to herself. With some initial panic, well, now that thought is out in the universe. I'd imagined things progressing a little bit differently before Theo spoke to my father. But he's not wrong. A lot of time has passed. I'm 20 years old. Still not married, and there are already rumors about my second sister being courted, so... Something has to give, and if I'm going to make this work, there's going to have to be a sacrifice somewhere. If I'm the one who has to make it, so be it.
Well done. All right, you're good. You're golden. I would like to spend a resolve token, if I may. Theo, as you go into the house to get something to drink, you run into Ms. Cooper, essentially the steward of Colonel Briar. Oh, Mr. Wilmot, could you assist me with something?
Sure, Miss Cooper. Oh, the Countess is here. She's in the garden. I was entertaining her a bit before her meeting with the Colonel.
Oh, please, we'll bring her inside and get her settled in the salon. It will be just a moment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He'll probably poke his head out the door and motion for Rose.
Okay. We'll follow.
Cool. Settle her in the salon.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And she'll even apologize. My apologies, Countess. I just need to... I require Mr. Wilmot for a moment. We will be with you shortly.
Of course. No trouble.
I would like to spend a resolve token for there to be an innocent attempt to assist Miss Cooper with some heavy lifting in another room, but for the noise of this to alert the Countess that something strange is going on, and for her to walk in on Theo and Miss Cooper in a potentially compromising position.
Oh, nice. Sorry, I just have to get a leg up here and... Oh, No, just watch the...
Please don't strain your back.
No, I lift with my knees, mostly.
Well, yes, you should. If you want to lift ever again.
Oh, Miss Cooper, watch out for the... And there's a loud crash.
I'll go in. Everything all right? Oh. My apologies.
It's the anime. Theo is on top of Sophia Cooper.
My sincerest apologies. I
Uh,
worried when I heard the sound. I
no,
did
I
not
was just asking
realize.
for Mr.
Great.
Stands up, brushes herself off. My sincerest apologies. It was quite a tumble with it was just requiring Mr. Wilmot for his strong I mean that is to say
A tumble indeed.
I just plates.
Thank you for your assistance, Mr. Wilmot.
Great.
You may go.
Picks up the box. Walks away.
Raid.
Great.
Hi, Raiders.
Hi, Raiders.
Am I alone with Miss Cooper?
Sure.
Did you leave? Oh,
He
jeez.
walked out of the room with the crate. Sure.
Miss Cooper.
Countess. Really, I hope you won't.
I had no idea you had any interest in Mr. Wilmot.
No. Please do not tell the Colonel that. No, my interest is in this position. It's a very important position. The position with the Colonel. I mean, not that other. That's to say. Please don't tell the Colonel what you saw. It really wasn't what it's. See, I really like this position. It's very important to me.
I won't say a thing. Not to the Colonel. That would be
Thank you.
cruel.
I appreciate your honesty and your secrecy, which there's nothing to be secret about. It was just an unfortunate. I'll take my leave of you. Good day, Countess. And she scurries out of the room.
Okay, this is something we haven't done yet, so I want to know if I can. It said in the thing that I can use one of Savannah's negative tags.
You may,
as a
long
resolve
as
token,
she,
if
yes,
she agrees.
as long as she
Can I-
abides by it.
Can I recommend using her capricious negative tag to say she definitely goes and tells the Colonel?
Ah, jeez.
Savvy, what do you think?
Yeah, fuck me up, fam.
Yeah.
Let's go.
All right, so you may go ahead and remove capricious,
Oh.
which I think
I only have 2.
Yeah, so that would remove your negative reputation
Oh,
condition as
sweet.
well.
I'm marriage material again, everybody.
Hey.
After this.
So
good
Theo
play.
Theo has scurried off to move this crate, and LB, I love you. I'll play as best I can.
The tokens made us do it.
The tokens made us do it. I'm sorry. I'll do my best. But you come upon and due to your arrangement, the Colonel is aware that you are also visiting with Mr. Wilmot, and so you find her in her library reading. Oh, Rose, hello.
Hello? Hello?
I thought you might be in the garden longer.
So did I.
Is something wrong?
This, Miss Cooper.
Yes.
What do you know of her?
She was recommended very highly by a dear friend of my father. She's very efficient, very good at her job, and she's been invaluable in setting up the... What is wrong?
Well, based on the sounds I heard coming out of the room that her and Mr. Wilmot were alone in, I imagine she's good at something.
Excuse me?
it didn't seem right not to say anything to you about your employees and their conduct. But I did walk in on them after some rather loud sounds in a sort of compromising position. Did you know about this?
No, not at all. They've been nothing but civil, cordial, and professional amongst each other. They've barely spoken. Rose, are you sure? I cannot imagine Theo doing something like that.
I don't know what to think.
Would you care for a moment alone?
No, I'm quite alright. Thank you.
Do you still wish to stay for dinner? Or should I call a carriage for you?
No, I'll stay.
Of course.
His behavior has no bearing on the fact that I enjoy your company.
And I yours as well. But... Rose, you love him, yes?
Yes.
Then whatever you may have seen or believe in your anger, don't give up the fight.
I shouldn't have to fight one of your servants for him.
I will get to the bottom of this immediately, but please keep an open mind. For Theo, for me.
Fine. For you, because you're my friend.
I'll take it, given the circumstances. Feel free to stay here or make your way to the dining room. I'm sure the servants will attend to you. And I will attend to my employees.
All right. I think I would very much like a glass of wine.
By all means.
Walk away.
I love it.
Hannah, why do you have a doghouse outside?
Well, you see, it's a funny story, actually. Well,
I had
so
it built
glad
just
you
for
did
you.
that was wonderful. Make sure you all took your tokens, because you earned them. And why don't we? Is it hot in here? Why don't we take a little? Can we take a little break?
Flames?
A break. Ooh.
Flames? On the side of my face.
Heaving breath. Whew. We're gonna get our clue references in order, and we're gonna take a quick bio break. But do not go anywhere, because the fun's just beginning tonight. Woo, buddy. We will see you all very soon. Stick around. And welcome back, Internet, to Elegant Suffering. We are finished with our bio break. We've had a breath. We've had some things to drink, because that got a little hot there. Yeah, Not drinking my Dr. Pepper, because I have to actually sleep. But no, we're refreshed. And, well, we weren't intending to have this scene, but it seems like we need to go ahead and add it to our visitations for today. After hearing from her dear friend, the Countess, that her other oldest and dearest friend, and her friend's secret fiance, Theo, was in flagrante, as it were, with her employee, Sophia. The Colonel rushes out to find Theo and see what the heck is going on. So, Theo, where'd you go with that very large crate?
he doesn't remember if it's supposed to go to the pantry or the hall closet. So he's standing in the hall with the crate.
Sophia has run. She's gone. She's in her quarters. She's disappeared. She's mortified. But as you stand confused in the hallway, you do see Colonel Breyer sort of rush out, looking about, and find you in the hallway. And you have never seen her stare this... It's frightening. It's intense. And you understand how she commands armies of people.
Where's the fire, Colonel?
We're looking at it, apparently. She approaches you.
Ah, yes, well, I don't know whether this goes to the pantry or the hall closet.
Put down the box, Theo. Shall we away to the salon where we can have a private conversation?
Sure.
Come. She'll turn and head back to the salon. There are some other servants sort of lingering about like, oh man. And she just sort of glares at them and they just scamper off. You've never seen her like this before. She'll lead you into the salon and very quickly close the door.
Should I ask what's all of this about, or...
What in God's name were you thinking? Explain yourself.
You're going to have to be a bit more specific.
What were you doing in the closet with Miss Cooper?
Oh.
Oh.
I was helping her move a crate, and...
Is that what they're calling it these days?
I guess?
So you admit it?
Well, yes, I was helping her with moving the items that needed to be moved. And then she fell over, and I tried to catch her, and Rose walked in a very... We were compromised.
And can you understand why? This might upset your fiancé? You are a former member of the clergy, and you are a dear friend, and if you were to lie to me, I would kill you. So tell me, honestly, to your friend and to your God, what happened?
Miss Cooper asked me to help her in the closet to move some crates. I obliged her. There was an accident. He'll pull back the side of his hair, and there's like a welt there from like something that fell. Something... You should really not store things that are heavy on shelves because they tend to break. And someone could get hurt. Luckily for Miss Cooper, I have a very hard head.
Apparently. Surprisingly, I believe you.
I would never do anything like that.
I know that. I just had to play the heavy here. Go talk to her, you idiot!
Okay, guy, just...
She's in the dining room.
He'll rush out. Door opens suddenly.
You find the Countess with a large goblet of wine seated in the dining room.
Rose, I think there was a misunderstanding.
My apologies, were you speaking to me?
I was only trying to help Miss Cooper move something. I didn't intend to end up in the situation that we ended up in.
And what if I don't believe you?
Rose, I've been pursuing you for all these years.
It's Countess Spice.
Countess Spice, I've been pursuing you for all these years. What makes you think that I would break it off now?
I don't know. Complacency? Arrogance? Both?
Do you think so little of me that I would have a closet tryst with the help?
I don't know what to think. I only know what I saw. And unlike you, I have prospects I am throwing away for this.
"14 years.
My thoughts exactly.
You think I would throw away 14 years just for however long that was? I know it was a bad position to be in. I apologize for making you think that I might be having an affair. Countess, I have loved you for 14 years. And I don't think anything's going to change that.
You don't think?
I know nothing's going to change that.
Tell me she's nothing to you.
She's nothing to me. We work in the same residence. I was only trying to be helpful.
I'll consider your apology. And I'll also give you this great chat redemption for a mini monologue.
For who?
For you, Theo.
Oh no.
Thanks, Mecca.
What am I monologuing about?
Oh, I'm sure you can figure something out.
Okay.
Just a little mini. Just a little mini one. Tell the people how you're feeling.
Well, by God's graces, she's placated for the time being. I don't understand how she could jump to conclusions after all of the hoops and the work that I've put in. All for her. Didn't even bring up when she decided to snog Riley at the party. If... I don't understand if she trusts me or not, if he'll shake his head. Well, I see you still have dinner to be had, Your Honor.
Yes.
He'll give her a stiff bow and walk out.
The colonel backs up a little bit. Not like she knew you were coming. I mean, she's got good reflexes, but she's obviously was listening at the door the entire time.
Going to be stepping out for a bit.
I think you have some planning to do.
Let you come in the morning.
Theo, if you love her, you will fight for her.
Don't you
Even
know?
if you have to fight with her to do it.
Well, 14 years and no trouble spot. I think this has been a long time coming.
Everyone has spats. This is rather a big ignition point, wouldn't you say?
I'll be back in the morning.
Go figure out how to make this right.
I'm gonna spend a resolve token.
On what?
There's a fight ring underneath GB's tavern.
Yes, of course there is. And
And it's-
I'll give Mr. Greybeard a token. Oh shit, well, okay. GB, you are officially a connection because we want to spend tokens on you.
You have a
so
token.
You have a token. Mr. Watts, you have a token.
Can I spend a token for him to get his ass beat?
Oh, and
are
I just
you amenable to this?
and I just spent my tough tag.
Oh, dang.
Sure.
Well, and again, it has to be. I mean, you have to fight Greybeard again. I mean, he needs his recompense.
He won't go for the moneymaker, but
No, he likes you. In fact, when you show up, it's like one of the first things he says. He's like, tough boy, eh? You back for a little more?
He'll throw 2 pence on the table and start taking his coat off.
Oh, there's a code word. There has to be a code word. You're there, and then there's a code word to go down into the fight bit.
Vindication.
I'd like a pint of sherry because no one drinks sherry by the pint because that would be fucking ridiculous. No offense if anyone actually drinks sherry by the pint. You live your best life.
I'd like a pint of sherry.
I had a feeling you might. Pony up.
Rocky Road to Dublin plays in the background.
Hey, boys. We got a pint of sherry over here. Yeah. Everyone just makes their way downstairs.
They hire a new barkeep, and everyone just ends up sitting at the bar with a pint of sherry. Like, what the fuck do I do?
Must be new. Oh my god, I love it. You make your way down to the fighting ring. And again, Greybeard's gotta get his. He's not gonna show up, but he was a little upset that he lost that one. It was a good fight, but he's gotta make up for it now.
Yep.
And he's a spry old dude, and he gives you what for. But it's a vicious fight, because you're pissed. It goes on for a while. It gets dirty. It gets bloody. It gets rough. You got a black eye. You got a busted lip. You are rough. And eventually, he takes you down. I'll give you your choice. Do you get pinned or you get knocked out?
Knock the fuck out.
Finally gets just one, like, fucking uppercut to the jaw, and it's lights out. As you fall down, you hear the big uproar of "Wah!" as you fall to the ground.
I really want to spend another token for someone we know to see this happen. Who would be there?
Raleigh, are you there?
That would be really funny.
It's either Raleigh or Grover's mom.
Grover's
Grover's mom down
there
betting on the fights.
What?
I
Because
like
we
to
know,
think that-
because we know she goes to this bar.
She does.
What if Raleigh, knowing that George is up for a fight, is like, have you been here? Have you watched the fights
Oh,
over
and they're
at
both
Greybeard's?
there.
And then
Yeah.
see
They're out on a date.
they see Theo get his ass beat.
Yeah. They're just
love
like
it.
they just watch the whole thing from like the corner, from the edge of the crowd, that he gets knocked out. It's like, oh, I should probably help him.
Oh, let's get him up.
Take this token. Please take it away from me.
I'll give one to George too. Here we go. George gets a token. You get a token, George. Welcome to the gang.
This
Amelia
works 'cause
sees
I also
it.
wanted.
Where's she
I
gonna-
also.
What? Why is it? Our sweet, sweet girl is not at the bar. I
wrote-
refuse. I say no.
She's
I
the
will not take
champion.
the token. I
She
will
rode
not
her
take the
favorite
token.
horse to the fighting pits.
Can I spend 5 resolve tokens to make her the undisputed? Like,
I have
master
7. I'll fucking go in on that.
of the fighting ring.
Yes, but no one ever finds out. None of you know until the very end. We'll make it known during the epilogue. No one else knows until then.
All right, how many tokens do you need for that?
2 from each of you.
Okay.
Yeah, fuck it.
Got it. Let's get these out of circulation. We have
Give
2
'em.
days.
Yeah.
I can't believe
I'm
we're doing
drowning
it.
in
We're doing
tokens.
this. We're doing this. It's happening. Our sweet, sweet horse girl is the undisputed champion. I don't even have an. Okay, I'll take 1 from each of you because she doesn't even have that many. Holy crap. Okay. She's gonna spend this shit.
Just
All right.
She's
kicking the
very
horse.
strong. She spends a lot of time working with horses.
It's true.
Horses, yeah. She practices on the horses. She fights them barehanded.
The horse.
We here
That's
at
the
Ggameknights
next-
do not condone animal violence.
That's the next rumor that I spread, though, is that the Adderwood estate has a secret underground horse fighting ring.
No, she can talk to the horses. It's like it's a consensual fight between her and the horses.
This is nothing.
There's a
mean,
horse
this-
fight ring.
This is nothing.
This just props us for season 2, y'all. So she can talk to the animals, walk with the animals. I love it.
She's a werehorse.
She's a werehorse.
Another fucking Circus Maximus up in here.
Werehorse.
Anyway,
Off
Okay.
the rails, off the rails. This is all happening though. You say it out loud and it becomes real. You know how this game works. My God.
Speak
I
it
did
into
want to do a
existence.
scene. If Theo wanted to confide in Raleigh, this might be a good point to have a conversation about relationship stuff. But if you want,
Since you're helping him out of the pit.
or are you just out for the rest? Like, are we just escorting you back to
Just
home?
throw a bucket of water over him. Ugh.
Yeah, we'll take you back. We'll take you back to the Colonel's stables. There you go. That's where they take you to.
Did anyone get the plate on that carriage?
I
Yeah,
think
it was
he might have
GB. He owns the place from right here.
Oh.
been- You all right?
Just resets his jaw.
Because you owe me 5 shillings now on that fight. I had bet those on you, assuming you would win. So I think you owe me for that.
Have you not seen Mr. Watts? He's a spry bastard.
No, I
Beat
owe
him
you
last time.
10 shillings because I've been on the bloody bastard. Yeah, I feel bad. Like reaches into his money pouch, hands you 10 shillings.
Were you looking to get your face rearranged tonight, or
Of course he was. You couldn't tell. There's a rage in a man's eyes when he means to win a fight, and there's a very different kind when he means to lose. Your cousin here meant to lose tonight. Why?
Well, in ancient times, there was people called flagellants who, to try and absolve themselves of their sins would take whippings, and I do not own a whip or a...
all right? Is this over a
Apparatus.
girl? Because this isn't a religious thing.
Perhaps.
What did you do? I only know two things that would cause a man to do something as stupid as what you just did, and one of them is alcohol, and you drank most of that after you got there, so I assume it has to be a woman.
The Countess caught myself and Miss Cooper in a very compromising position in the broom cupboard.
Annie Stewart? What the bloody hell's wrong with you?
I was helping her. She asked me
You
to
were
move
helping her, all right, from the sound of it.
She was asking me to move a crate, and God
I've
knows
been there
why.
too.
Is
The
that what they're
crates,
calling
it's
it nowadays?
Why?
No, they're good for leverage. I mean, they're sturdy surface more so than like a.
You're not helping right now. I'm
Why
just
is
gonna
everyone
say that
assu-
you're not helping.
Was I supposed to be trying to help?
He's your bloody cousin, yes.
Oh well, I figured I should give him a hard time first. Clearly, he wants it.
He already had his hard time. He doesn't need any more tough love this evening.
Oh, thank gods that you didn't make the innuendo. Anyway,
So did you
no,
rearrange?
never.
it? Great. Good.
Did you tell her that?
I did. She didn't seem to believe me.
How did you
But-
prove it?
Words, 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 my dear Colonel.
Well, pardon my
Can't-
words, but that's not going to do shit.
No. Unless she gets a testimony from Miss Cooper, I doubt she'll believe me.
I can't imagine she wouldn't believe you. What did you say that would cause her not to believe you? It seems like a simple, straightforward. No, I was not boffing the maid.
It's exactly what I said.
Is it?
I said I didn't have a closet tryst with the help.
But you didn't say I didn't boff a Stewart. Think very hard now.
I said no. That I did not.
Well, clearly you said something wrong. Or else you wouldn't be here. I know you well enough, cousin. You tend to ramble.
I suggest flowers. Or if she's not the flower type, something she likes. Book. Candied fruits, something.
Waiting naked for her in her bedchambers.
That's not everyone's
Um,
cup of tea. He seems a little on the prudish side. I don't, wait for marriage and all that.
It's worked every time for me.
I'm not you, cousin.
What did I
Clearly.
tell you? Something she likes. A clear and definitive declaration that the boffing didn't happen, would never happen, and could never happen because you're madly bloody in love with her.
And then stop speaking. Say those words, and then stop speaking for count to 10. Let her say her piece.
And if that doesn't work, then fucking hell, just kiss her. That'll shut her up.
He'll fall back in some hay. We'll
I mean,
consider all of this.
I mean, if you don't feel like it's worth the trouble. I mean, do you love her?
The 1,000th time today, yes, I do.
Well, I don't believe you. I was weak as hell. Do you love her?
He raises his voice. I am in love with Countess Rosamund Spice.
So loud, cousin. My gods, are you trying to let everyone know?
I want the
Thought
whole
this was a
town to hear you.
secret.
I hate the both of you.
Are you sobered up now? That's going to swell very badly.
He'll motion for the bucket of water. Hit me again.
Hit you?
As in,
Oh.
dump some more water on
The
me.
water,
Oh.
right.
I heard that too. It wasn't just you.
Scoops another bucket, just dumps it on you. It's the water from the troughs for the horses. It's not great.
Nope.
Well, you don't smell any better.
First a bath, and then... What time is it? God.
Dawn.
Oh no. I have service in a few hours.
Skip it. This is more important.
You're not giving it, are you?
Trying to think of the schedule. I don't think so.
Take a break, man. You've been through a lot.
Right.
Or, even better idea. Go to her, now. Right? Bloody now.
Clean yourself up first, just a little bit. maybe.
Okay, yeah, maybe in a quarter of an hour or so.
Yeah. Well, go on. You've got work to do. A lot of it.
Theo is going to stand, clap both of them on the shoulders. All right. I'll take your advice.
Good. It was probably the best bloody thing I've ever said. I'm really proud of myself, actually.
But
It
if
was
the
very
Marquis...
good.
Oh, thank you. Oh, you as well. It was quite nice.
Thank you. Thank you.
Huh.
Given some circumstances, if the Marquis has me in the stockades by tomorrow, I will not say a word about the two of you and your advice. Pat pat.
I'll come fetch you if that's the case.
I'm quite good on a horse. You'll be fine.
Quickly cleans up, staggers his way to the Adderwood estate.
Do you throw a pebble at the correct window this time?
Which
N-
one is
yeah.
it?
It's the one. It's two to the left.
Good job! Hey, you remembered! You find your pebble. You throw it at the right window. Countess, you hear some rapping on your window.
It takes like a full minute for her to show up at the window. We'll open it. What?
Can I talk to you here?
I was asleep.
Sorry.
Fine. Slam.
Resolve token to have Amelia hear the slam
Bet.
and wake up.
Yep.
Take it. I'll take one away from Amelia because you gave her so fucking many.
She's the champion.
I mean, she is.
Yes.
Lightning reflexes. That's why she woke up.
Oh, yes.
News
she can know.
spreads fast.
She'll take a few minutes, get dressed, moving casually, slowly, and eventually show up. Oh yes, I didn't shout it out on stream, but while we're in a montage of me getting ready and walking, Theo, you do have a resolve token.
Thanks. An
Cause you got punched in the face.
Oh,
That was for
That's
getting
so
punched in the
sweet.
face.
Thank you for feeding my self-destructive tendencies.
Oh, wait. Have
Oh.
another one.
As a treat, take
Have
it.
another one as a treat from the chat, Theo. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks,
chat.
guys.
They just love you so much. All right. Walk down. You said you wanted to talk, so talk.
Turns to face her. He's a mess.
Black eye, split lip. Looks like crap.
Oh my
Doesn't
god, what
smell great
happened?
either.
I went to go clear my head.
So this is your doing then? This disaster?
The situation on my face.
One of those isn't a question.
Listen,
Are you all...
Sorry.
Are you alright?
I could do without the ringing in my ear, but I'll manage.
Fine. Say what you came to say.
There was nothing that happened between myself and Sophia Cooper. I am still absolutely and completely in love with you. And if given the opportunity, I would move heaven and earth for you.
Do you promise?
Well, I'm certainly trying right now.
Fine. Idiot.
Gives her a small smile, takes her hand and pulls her in to kiss her.
Is the Countess amenable to that?
Yes.
Yay!
Somewhere in the town, Raleigh and George are just walking through. We're very good at this. Just like walking down the road.
It's amazing. They should pay us to do this.
We really should. Make a career out of it. I've never thought about working, but if this is what it's like, I'd do this every
Oh,
day.
matchmaking. You'd be fantastic at that.
I'm gonna spend a resolve token Amelia sees.
The kissy? The kissy kiss?
Yeah.
Hell yeah! Oh man, I have to give her
Yeah.
one back. Damn it. Give it back.
Take these tokens.
Take them.
Take them from me.
We have too many.
You, in fact, as you embrace each other, you hear. You're not quite sure you hear it, but you think you hear from above you a. And if you happened to look up, you would see little Amelia at her windowsill, just sort of grinning and looking down at both of you. If she sees you see her, though, she'll go, and she'll just pop back down again.
An absolute disaster. Don't do that again. I'm very angry with you.
I can't say I can't promise that.
I suppose you're trying.
You know, under different circumstances, this would be a lot better.
I'm sorry?
Sorry, split lip, and I can't really see half of you.
I'm sure you will eventually.
Sorry for waking you up.
But I forgive you.
I'll see you again sometime this week. Have a proper date in the garden. Uninterrupted.
If you insist.
He'll kiss her on the cheek. Have a good morning.
Goodbye, Theo. Walk
He'll
away.
Stand on the grounds and watch her walk away before, like, he hears the groundskeeper and goes, shit. Dives into a bush.
Excellent. Yay. Well, that was something. So, we have one more on our list, which I think we'll get through, and then if we have anything else, shout it out before we move on. But Countess, you head back to bed for a little bit.
Oh, jeez, I forgot about this one.
Mm-hmm. And you've like just gotten back to sleep. It's a little past dawn, and you hear a knock on your chamber door. Mistress?
Yes, come in.
And it's your favorite servant. We need to give her a name. She keeps popping
She
up.
does need a name.
She's pretty cool.
Quick chat, name my favorite serving girl.
She's pretty great. First one. What do we got? Name her. Give me something. Anyway, she enters your chamber. Countess, you have another visitor? It's that same woman from before.
Yes, Lucina, thank you.
Of course. She's in the drawing room.
Of course she is. Of course she is. Will you bring me down some tea?
Of course. To your chamber or to the drawing room?
The drawing room is fine. Thank you, darling.
Right away, Mum. She'll head on out. Do you prepare for your meeting?
I do. Chat named her Lucina. That was the first one, so that's what we're going with. And that's a very good name. It's very cute.
It. She's adding to the NPCs.
Yeah, I think she takes a little bit of time getting ready.
Yeah, make her wait.
Wears something nice. Powerful.
I like it.
Swoops all her hair back. But we'll go down and have some tea. Because she doesn't expect there to be any scones left.
There really aren't. As you arrive in the drawing room, you see Madame Dupont in all her glory, eating out half of your larder and having drank all of your tea.
Madame Dupont.
Countess?
So wonderful to see you in my home again. I trust you're enjoying the spread.
Oh, yes. It's one of few joys I have anymore. Please, join me.
I will, she'll call at the door. More tea. And some of the lemon cakes. I never get to enjoy them.
I have always enjoyed citrus.
What a wonderful thing to hear. So, what brings you at this early hour?
Oh, I would thought you'd known. Your counter-blackmail offer. I like to get straight to the point, dear.
Oh,
So-
you mean my letter? I'd almost forgotten. I
Of course you
apologize
did.
if it doesn't take up much space in my thoughts.
Let's just get to the point, shall we? People are far less likely to believe those baseless rumors than they are to believe very well documented cases of you running around with a church mouse.
Oh, I know a lot of members of the church, and I don't think that's true at all.
Would you like to stake your reputation on it, my dear?
Why not? I'm quite bored.
Let me inform you of something I've learned over the years, dear. Boredom is dangerous. Very dangerous. I like to keep busy myself.
Which I assume is why you're here, so it means my letter didn't just go into your fire, forgotten.
Oh, no. No, I keep it very close to my heart. My offer still stands. The money, the introduction, will leave your father out of it. And we keep quiet.
I will give you half the money you asked for and an invitation to my next garden party, and nothing more.
3/4.
2/3.
Done.
Can I spend a token real quick?
Yes.
So this is going to detriment me because I do have the Raleigh has the negative tag conniving. I've been debating how this would come up.
Okay.
Raleigh was, prior to making up with Theo, asking around for information about what was going on between the Countess and Theo, like trying to dig at that a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Can I maybe say that she implies or let slip or something that maybe Mr. Addison put her up to this, or at least tipped her off to this?
We're gonna burn ourselves to the ground tonight, are we? Sure.
Got 3
Savvy.
episodes to get everything back together. Let's do it.
Alex, do you see what happens when you leave us alone?
This is all your fault, Alex. You're not here to keep us on track. We just burn it to the ground.
The
I've been
glue
mean
that
to
holds the
everyone
story
else.
together.
I mean to everyone
miss you,
else. I should be mean to myself.
Just to make it fair.
Someone should.
I am fine with that if you are fine with that, Savvy.
Yeah.
Take your token. All right, so you can go ahead and burn that that tag, which I think brings you back up, does it not?
Yeah, that was I had 3, so that'll bring me to 2.
Nice. Okay. So you can get rid of your broke tag. Look at you.
Woo.
Wow. Your mom just like really believed Theo when he said you were being nice.
Yeah. All right. So after maths, she just smiles at you cordially. Wonderful. I look forward to seeing your invitation. I'm sure Mr. Addison will be pleased to hear it as well. She'll stand up, take a scone for the road. She'll curtsy, and she'll waltz out of the room.
I bloody knew it. Lucina,
Mom,
make some mimosas.
I already had them brought from the kitchens, Mom.
That's why you're my favorite.
Thank you, Mom. Will you need anything else?
Just some parchment. I have some letters to write.
Of course, right away, Mom. She'll leave you with your mimosas and your rage.
Drunk texting.
Woot woot! Do we have any other scenes before we move on to our next part of play?
I think we gotta
we
leave
burned
those
this.
there, you guys.
I think we burned this fucker down enough for one chapter.
I think we need some letters and other stuff.
Girl comes back with
well.
a box of pizza and everything's on fire.
Yep. This is what happens, Alex. This is
You.
what happens. We love you, miss you. Feel better, dude. Well, that'll wrap up a round of visitations. Shit. All right. Cool.
But there are so many of them.
There's a lot. That was a lot. So reputation then. There was a lot that happened just then.
Yeah.
Very month of June.
Shit.
When you come back, LB is asking in chat if she can spend a resolve token to have Madame DuPont spill scalding hot tea all over herself. When you get back. Save that for later. Why don't we? Sean, do you feel like you're prepared to go first?
I think so.
Okay.
We're doing reputation, right?
Reputation, yes.
So I can't think of anything that Raleigh did that would be a negative. Didn't do anything wild or mean or anything like that. I mean, I'm trying to figure out if one of these positives worked. There's the denied your desires to make a sacrifice to uphold the family name, which, like, taking the time to speak with Theo to help them out, like, instead of doing whatever they wanted to do at the moment. I mean, there were probably a couple things at the bar that Raleigh wanted to do that wasn't going and helping out his drunk and beaten up cousin, and then also just generally continue to work towards helping Theo with the inheritance. So
I would say so,
I think
yeah.
I think a positive.
I think that warrants a positive. You
and
actually willingly gave him good love advice. I mean, I think that that's a positive right there.
And I was thinking something like loyal for the
Yeah, I
name
like
of it.
it.
Like, made that effort. So
Heck yeah.
it's had a string of good moments. It's all probably about to come crashing down. But for right now,
Oh,
it's on
damn.
the
You
streak
have
of
got to
good
spend
stuff.
some of these
I know.
positives.
I'm going to.
You got to
That's my
spend. That's great.
Fifth one.
Awesome. Yay. All right. Savvy.
Oh boy.
How that reputation looking?
Something definitely happened. And I'm struggling with it. I hate to spend a negative tag just to get another one. But she definitely had kind of a meltdown.
True. I mean, you could also make the argument that no one really saw it except for her
Yeah.
close friend. Let's take a peek here. Acting in service of duty and morality. Acting in obedience to society's conventions.
For me, I guess, like, I'm trying to decide how to spin the meltdown between acted in contravention of society's conventions. Say that 5 times fast. Or acted in service of morality in a way that compromised her desires. Which is like, I love you and I really want to be with you, but are you cheating on me in a closet?
I would even say you made a sacrifice, well, you definitely made a sacrifice to uphold the superiority of your rank.
That's
Also
true.
Tattling on Sophia.
I did tattle.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no. Yeah.
So that might even warrant a positive.
Yeah.
I know that seems outlandish, but I would argue
No,
that
I
too.
love it. I have so many positives.
Y'all need to spend.
I know. Oh gosh. I don't. I'm about to pull up thesaurus.com. Sponsor us.
Sponsor us, please.
Because I don't know what this would be. There's some like
Something like regal. But not quite regal. Thesaurus. Something like regal. Glorious. Resplendent. I love all these. These
These
are
are all very
fantastic. Magnificent. Monarchal? Like a monarch? Queenly.
monarchial.
There we go.
Proud is on here, but I think I already have that as a negative tag.
Highfalutin. Nah, that doesn't seem right.
I mean, you could even go something just like superior. I know that's like could be taken as positive or negative. But
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do it.
Let's do superior.
I like it.
Put it on the positive side.
Excellent. Thank you, thesaurus.com. We are still waiting for your sponsorship dollars.
That was probably the most difficult one so far.
I know, right? That was tough.
That was really hard, you guys.
It's so hard. It's so hard being this awesome. RJ, what do you got?
Maybe a negative tag.
Maybe.
Maybe. Yeah. I'm just gonna mark that down as self-destructive.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah.
We don't need to talk about it.
We don't need to talk about it.
We all
but-
saw what happened.
Oh, that's 3 too. So
That's three.
Oh, no!
Oh, no.
Sean, do you see what you did with your token?
yes, I love it.
the dominoes fall.
Give me more.
All right, here comes dependent again.
Sugar honey iced tea. I can't say not welcome here because this is the only place I got right now.
Oh, fracture then.
Fracture, yeah.
Someone close to you is appalled by your behavior and refuses to talk to you.
Oh, fuck. Miles Hammer finds out about the closet tryst.
Ooh.
Are you really gonna burn yourself to the ground?
I've gotta catch up. And Savvy didn't hear.
She didn't. Savvy.
Oh, no.
Savvy.
I'm
He
sorry.
wants you.
He wants
Needs your
Mr.
guidance.
Hammer to find out about the tryst in the closet and fracture from his father. I said that's a biggin.
That was big.
That's
It's like
big.
who like I could do Mildred.
My first instinct was like the Colonel be pretty
Yeah.
peeved at you, but you guys already talked, so I don't
Yeah.
know if that necessarily makes sense.
And I don't really talk to anyone else. God, my contacts list is small.
I mean, I say go for it.
What if it's Miles, but not necessarily for the tryst, but more for like the drunken brawling and all that sort of stuff? Might be a little less.
True.
severe.
Yeah.
Also makes more sense that would have gotten to him.
To him.
Mm-hmm. You're turning into Riley, and he's not pleased with it.
Oh, no.
Getting drunk, fighting in
Yeah.
bars, and yeah.
Let's do that then.
I love it.
Okay.
It's a little bit easier to work with.
Yeah.
Alex, I'm going to try to do Mr. Hammer justice as well. I'm having to fill in on some people's things, so I'll do my best. This is my least favorite part of the game. I always feel like I'm yelling at RJ. I don't want to yell at RJ. I'm sorry. Okay. So, how would we do this? You know how I'm going to resolve this. I'm going to actually resolve this in our next part, which is epistolary. That's how I'm going to resolve this. So, as he is ill and other things. So, we'll get to that. So, we have completed Reputation. Congratulations, we made it. Let us jump on into epistolary and let's write some letters, friends. Shall we? Do we want to start? We'll start from bottom row. Why don't RJ? Why don't you start?
Letter to Riley Addison. Cousin, thank you for the advice that you gave me. I wouldn't say it worked like a charm, but it was something. If you and the Colonel are together, give him my regards as see you've taken to each other. We should have tea soon. Again. scratched out. She is Theophilus Wilmot.
Savvy.
A letter to Mr. Raleigh Addison.
Oh boy.
Mr. Addison, it has been quite some time since I last invited you to my estate for drinks, and I find I am missing your company. It's come to my attention that you find my business especially interesting and something you would like to be involved in, so I would like to give you the opportunity. Please, join me tomorrow for brunch. Yours, in friendship, the Honourable Countess Rosamund Spice.
She used her full title. You're in trouble.
Esquire.
Oh, you're really in trouble now.
Von Spice.
Von Spice, Esquire. Oh, shit. Oh, boy. Well, the man of the hour. Raleigh.
2 easy letters to write, but I'll do... actually, no, probably won't write one to the Countess back, because wouldn't really have much to say other than, okay. So we'll write a letter back to Theo, though, and say... Dear cousin, I'm happy to hear that the advice that we gave you worked out. I had a minor wager down that she might just spit in your face, so I owe George some money. I'm pleased to hear, though, that the apology worked. On that subject, I did give you some advice that I'd like to follow up on. Should you try to use the crate, you should make sure that you put something on top of it. Otherwise, if it's not a finely polished surface, splinters are bound to arise. I can give you more details the next time we speak over tea, which I agree should be soon. Yours, Raleigh Addison.
Theo got halfway down the letter before crumpling it up and throwing it in the fire.
Brilliant. I love it so. All right, I gotta do double Z's. First letter to Theo from Mr. Miles Hammer. Dear Mr. Wilmot, you can imagine my surprise at hearing of your escapades in the past several days. I would not have taken you in both your upbringing in the church, as well as your character as a supposedly good man, to have believed such things if I did not speak to witnesses myself. Suffice it to say, I am quite disappointed. I would like to see you and your cousin again forthwith, to further discuss these arrangements that everyone says that I still need to come about, although I am feeling much better. Sincerely yours, Mr. Hammer. And the second one. The second one shall be from Miss Cooper. Miss Cooper to the Countess. Dear the Honourable Countess Rosamund Spice of, oh God, what was it Berkshire? Wherever you're from, Esquire,
Breckenshire.
Breckenshire.
Had to think about it. It never comes up.
Of Breckenshire, Esquire. I do most appreciate you're not discussing what you saw with the Colonel. Again, it is all very much a misunderstanding. I would not want you, someone as well known and respected in the community, to think me capable of such acts, wanton acts. It simply was a misunderstanding, and I hold Mr. Wilmont in nothing but just professional esteem as a fellow employee of our illustrious Colonel. Please don't tell her anything else. I do appreciate your silence. Most sincerely, Miss Sophia Cooper. Sean.
This letter is going to be from Vernice Keating to the Colonel.
Briar or Angus?
Briar. Colonel A. No, that doesn't work because she's B. She's Briar. He's Angus. Damn it. Colonel B. Colonel Briar, we have not had the privilege of being introduced, so I take it upon myself to do so. I believe we have similar interests in town from the speculations that I hear from some of my business colleagues. You are in the... I'm using the word business too much, but you are in the business of textiles and the acquisition of certain contracts within Tonsham. The Keating family works in many avenues here in our town, and I believe a relationship between us could be beneficial. If you would like, we would graciously wish to host you here at our estate so that we could discuss these matters further. Please do correspond if you should accept this invitation so that the proper arrangements can be made. Yours, Vernice Keating.
It's heating up, friends. Savvy.
I've been sitting here trying to decide for so long. I think I'm going to have Mildred write a letter to her brother.
What does that letter say?
A short letter to Lord Miles Hammer, because she doesn't believe that he listens to her. I think is brother, it was a pleasure to see you this past week. I am just writing to let you know I will be over for tea again in a couple of days. And let Benjamin have the day off. I'll be bringing my own staff that day to wait on us. I can't wait to see you, and I hope you are in at least all right health this week. Millie.
God, I want the Chronicles of Mildred Addison, the sleuth of Tonsham.
She's a
murder.
detective.
Yeah.
And when she puts on her glasses, you know it's serious.
See, now I don't know if season 2 is with the magics, or if season 2 is we turn it into Brindlewood Bay. Because I would
God,
love
jeez, that would be
either
too.
way. All right, Jay.
This one goes to Colonel George Angus. There is, in the letter, stuck 3 pence, and just one line that reads, "I also thought she was going to spit in my face."
I love it. Yeah, you get the little cutscene of. Oh, poor bastard. Stick it in his pocket. I love it. Yay! Oh boy. Well, I guess we can do some upkeep. Well, I feel bad because we don't have an Alex here, but I'll catch him up with upkeep when he returns. Yeah, let's go on through, shall we? It's upkeep time. All right. So, take a token as a treat, because it's not like you fuckers don't have enough already.
Back up to 9.
Yeah, I keep looking over at
Woot!
Savannah's.
I tried to spend so many of them.
And
stay at
you
a healthy
have
4 and 5.
reputation tags to spend. Y'all have so many things to spend. Spend them on
rep
arbitrary
tags.
things. Spend them on people getting pets. I don't know.
I'm just gonna keep spending them on Grover's mom showing up.
I'm about to spend all 5 of Raleigh's positive tags just on the sickest party.
Amazing. We'll talk. We do have to do monologues.
I already
so-
did mine.
You did. So, well, we'll
I
have
did
Alex
too.
do his when he returns.
You did too. It's just Theo.
I believe. Yeah, it is just Theo.
Oh no, that was a mini monologue. Fuck.
Yeah,
Yep.
sorry, bud. You have chat to thank for that one.
Thanks, chat.
So, after all of the events of the past several days and this last letter out to the Colonel, what is Mr. Wilmot thinking right now?
I feel like every time I gain a new ally in this endeavor, a slew of new problems crop up. But with their advice, it seems that they're not really that much more problems than inconveniences. I guess my feelings for Rose are now out in the open, and I don't know who doesn't know about my feelings. Ooh. I really hope this doesn't come back to bite me. My back turns around in bed.
I love it so. Oh boy. Mark 'em unmarked. You get your monologue tokens back, and we refresh. I get tokens. Like, I need any freaking more of the money. Alright, I get tokens. Yay! Holler if there's anything in the collaboration that we feel we need to update in any way. Anyone have any updates we'd like to go over? For anyone new, the collaboration is built into Good Society. It is part safety tool and just part game mechanic. So right now, the tone of our story is romantic comedy. I feel like we're feeling pretty good about that. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
So some seriousness, some not so seriousness. Actions have vaguely important consequences. We're trying to be somewhat historically accurate. Yeah, we're continuing to do that. If you haven't noticed, our gender power balance is off. We've flipped that shit off, so anyone can do, any gender can do anything at any time, whatever the fuck they want to do, because fuck yeah, it's our fantasy world. I'm gonna do whatever the hell I want. You heard me. No hidden information from players, but of course we hide information from the characters all the time. We have our full list of lines and veils. And is there anything that we'd still like to see? I'm working on weddings. You guys are making it a lot more difficult for me with the weddings. I'm trying.
Listen, at this rate, it was said in the chat, Raleigh and George are more likely to get
I
married
know,
first before
right?
anybody else.
Who
They're
would have
just
thought?
cruising.
We will have weddings. We have to have big weddings.
Everything's coming up Riley right now.
It really
Yeah.
is.
It's about to go bad. I'm sure.
It's like night and day for now. Eventual tentacles will still happen, and I have plans for Bigfoot, so don't you worry about that. We're pretty good with the parties too, but anything want to be added, we can. Otherwise, I think we're pretty good. Did anyone wish to replace a desire? This would be the time to do that. Still feeling good with our desires?
My desire is more relevant now than it was at the start of the session.
Hell yeah, it is. Feeling pretty good? And again, we can always change and look into that at the next upkeep as well. Inner conflict time, friends. Our inner conflict are the two big ideas that our characters are struggling with back and forth during the cycle of play. We'll start with Raleigh. Why don't we? Sean, what is Raleigh's inner conflict?
Their inner conflict is framed as desire versus obligation. Their need to uphold their family's financial means versus wanting to just party all the time. I can't think. So as far as their desire goes, I don't really think took any actions towards their hedonistic nature this time. I mean, as far as sacrificing anything, I think maybe took action in pursuit of this is probably the closest I can do. It's the vaguest, and they kind of like helping Theo with that, kind of trying to. This is the hard part I'm having with Raleigh's desire, is because the two can kind of work together. It's not always a conflict, because getting the money can both help his obligations to his family and also his personal desires. So I don't know if it needs to be more divided than that.
Fair enough. I would say, just to make it, I guess, clearer, and again, too, through each upkeep, you are welcome to add 1 to each column, so you can add up to 2. So if that makes sense, too, that you kind of worked both within that cycle of play, that's possible as well.
Yeah. I think I'm just going to say they took action in pursuit of their desires this time. I think that's the only one they hit.
Sounds good. Awesome. Savvy.
Oh gosh. I think I have one for each.
Okay. What are you thinking?
So I have you hurt or pushed away someone important to you for this. And I think I'm going to put that one because my desire is duty versus love. So I think I'm going to say I pushed away someone important to me. Yeah. For duty.
Mm-hmm.
Because that was sort of a major factor in that whole argument. Mm-hmm. But I do also have which one is it? It's you degraded your reputation or went against your conscience for this, and I think I'm gonna frame it as I went against my conscience for love, in that, like, I think in different circumstances she probably would have pushed back even harder against like thinking there was some kind of like infidelity going on, but decided to trust and let it go.
I like that. I would even warrant to say that going against her conscience for agreeing to being blackmailed.
Yeah, that too.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, for sure. I likes it.
Okay.
And RJ.
Gonna put in desire for you degraded your reputation or went against your conscience for this. Definitely.
Yeah, maybe.
Degraded his reputation a bit. Yeah, I don't think anything else there.
No, that'd be the big one for me, I think. Awesome. All right, I don't think we have anyone with 6 or all 5 in the same column, correct? Yeah, not yet.
We're getting close.
We're getting real close, though. We're gonna have some very interesting extended background options coming up soon. We'll get into those. They're a little more complex. Think anyone that's played Power by the Apocalypse. Think sort of upgrades to that in some capacity. So we'll get to that. We'll get there. And I think we're good from there. We are in. This is our 5th cycle now, friends. Look at us go. All right. So refresh everything. I uncheck my boxes. I have so many tokens, y'all. This is. You'd think it'd be a good thing, but I can't spend them fast enough. Y'all are killing me. It's okay.
I'd like to spend a resolve token to.
Don't toy with my emotions, Archie. All right. Well, seeing as we don't have a Grover, normally we would sort of flip-flop and do like a big event chapter and then do some visitation event. Since we don't have a Grover to do a large event for everybody, do we want to do sort of a pared down, at least a start of another visitation chapter?
I want to hear Mildred and Miles going at it.
I think we could definitely start
Y'all
there.
are trying to make me fight everybody today.
It's all the same character. It's fine.
Let's go. I'm wound up.
Yes! All right. We shall start there at the very least. Setting scene. Mr. Miles Hammer received his order, I guess, that he was to receive his sister. He knows better, and he listened to Big Sis and sent off his servants for the day. She doesn't know this, but Mr. Collingwood definitely put up a little resistance to that, but he eventually conceded and went on his way. So you bring your contingent of servants to your brother's estate.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent.
There was another name pitched in the chat that I want to, if you're okay with it, give to Mildred's favorite servant, whose name is Beatrice.
I like it.
I want to use them.
It's canon.
They gave us these names, and I want to use them because I don't like to think of them.
Mildred's fave servant. Done and done. Look at you, chat. You've added 2 NPCs this evening.
If that's okay.
Be proud of
I'll spend a
yourselves.
token for Beatrice if I have to, but
I won't make you do
wanna
it.
use
I
these
love
names.
chat. We love you, chat.
we love you.
Unless you want to spend it. You know what? Yes, spend a token. Get rid of that shit. Spend one.
Fine, I'm swimming in them. Have it.
I love it.
I'm down
chat.
to 8.
I'll take it. All
Gonna
right.
add Mr. Walton to Theo's connections. Our good friend GB.
Oh, Mr. Watts?
What's Mr. Watts? Sorry. Thank you.
Yeah, Colin Greybeard Watts. He's an NPC right now, but we can add him as a connection. Do it.
He's
Do it.
punched you enough times, right?
Yeah, he's definitely a connection now. You're even more ingratiated, GB. It's the best. All right. She brings her contingent, including her right hand, Beatrice. And is not really greeted by anyone because she sent all the servants off, so she has to open the door by herself.
A sacrifice I'll make for family.
You open the doors. The servants and you make your way in. It seems pretty empty. Not really inside.
Is he just sitting in there?
Where do you go?
I guess
He's
he
not
has
in the
like
main parlor area.
he has like a study or something.
He
I
does.
assume
Mhm.
with some hunting trophies and things. So I'll check there.
Okay. Good choice. He is. They somehow, probably at his behest after much yelling, ended up like putting a chaise lounge like behind his writing desk so that he could basically like lie there but also go through his correspondence. And he is, if he didn't look so rough, it would be almost comical that he's trying to lay on his chaise lounge and also go about his estate business.
Miles. Really?
I forgot you were coming, Millie. My apologies.
You're supposed to be resting.
I am. See? I'm lying down.
No, you aren't. You're working. Stop, now. You're done for today.
You made me send off Benjamin. I have to account for the estate if I don't have help.
Indeed, I did. You, she turns around, just points to a couple of servants, and will say, the kitchen is downstairs, to the left, second door. Fetch us some tea. Only anything that is sealed.
Mum? Yes, Mum. Sort of look at each other. Beatrice is like, She'll sort of head the contingent downstairs. What was that about?
You had your medicine today.
Yes, I have it twice a day. In the morning before tea and dinner.
And does it seem to be working?
I don't know about working, but it seems to be keeping things at bay a little bit. Really, Millie, you worry too much. I'm fine.
I don't think I worry enough. Do you find that it is actually keeping things at bay? Or do you find yourself getting worse? And you be honest with me, I know when you're lying.
Well, you know what they say, you've got to get worse before you get better.
I don't care what they say.
What do you say then, dear sister?
I say you're taking a lot of medicine and getting worse.
What are you getting at exactly?
Do I need to write it down for you?
What's your suggestion then?
Stop taking the medicine that Benjamin has been giving you for a week or so and see if your condition improves.
What is this about, Millie?
You, Miles.
This is the third time you've mentioned my steward. Is there something I should know?
I don't like him and I don't trust him.
I don't trust anyone, but he does good work.
You trust him enough to take whatever he hands you and drink it.
Because I pay him quite well.
Will you pay him well in your inheritance?
I think he gets something. Maybe more than something. Well, both those young men were not showing themselves to be worth a farthing, let alone a full inheritance.
Well, they're worth at least a farthing.
Benjamin does good work. He's been very loyal to me. Thought
I
I'd leave the
imagine
poor
that's
man
why you're
something.
giving him so much money.
Not all of it.
But some of it, and I imagine he'd want it as soon as possible.
What exactly are you insinuating, Millie?
I don't think what he's giving you is medicine.
That's quite the proclamation.
Yes, well, I'm not known for them, so you must understand this is very important to me.
I would say. If I didn't know any better, I'd say you, actually cared for me, dear sister.
Well, if you keep talking like that, there will be even more rumors about me spread around town. I don't appreciate it.
Yeah. I don't believe them.
Send him away for a few days.
I believe he has family up in Brighton. Alright. And I'll await your further instructions
I have
on
more,
my
don't
medicinal
worry.
needs.
I hear you've also been writing letters as of late.
Several.
Do you
The
wish
doctor
to...
says I must get my affairs in order. Again, I'm coughing fit again. Fine.
And do you wish to tell me about any of them?
To the boys, you mean?
Yes, to the boys. Who else would matter?
Oh, well. They're both being ridiculous, to be quite honest.
Well,
You
one of
heard
them was
the-
born that way.
He's your son.
And I love him dearly, but he's ridiculous. He
Fair
doesn't
point.
get it from me.
Also a fair point. Well, Mr. Wilmot seems to, well, maybe Raleigh's rubbing off on him a little too much. Just drinking and fighting in public. It's ridiculous.
Oh dear. I will pray for us all. This
I
family.
sent him a letter to scare him straight, I hope.
If anything is going to be the death of me, it will be this family.
I've been saying that for years. Coughing fit.
Well, the boy is distressed.
About what? What did he be distressed about? He has good employment, roof over his head.
And you for a father.
Well, I didn't say his life was perfect.
Cut him some slack.
Any other requests, Mildred?
Yes. Hire someone who knows how to make a scone.
I could take yours if you'd like. They're all here already. I'll pay them double.
You can't afford them.
Triple, then.
No. Find them on your own.
He'll laugh at that one. Fine. Well, while they're here at least. Have them be useful and make us some. Oh, I'm tired and hungry and on forced rest, apparently. He'll sort of settle back into his chaise lounge.
I'll have them make us some lunch.
Fine.
And I'm staying for dinner.
Fine. Get me some bloody medicine then. Coughing fit.
I'll find you something that works.
Splendid. You're quiet for a little bit and he has fallen asleep.
Good.
I want to play a resolve token.
Yes.
I don't know if, like, I want Riley and Theo to have been standing outside the door and, like, heard everything.
I was thinking either that or if Mildred brought like all of the, or a good portion of the Addison serving staff.
She brought her favorites.
I imagine Raleigh, there's probably a few of the servants that he's actually on good terms with and like knows their names and drinks with them.
Information makes its way back to Riley. I'll blow a resolve token for that.
Are we amenable to that?
Yeah.
Do it.
Mildred's got to spend some tokens.
Yeah, she does. I'll give one to Mr. Hammer as well. Why not? Have it as a treat. Excellent. Oh yeah, he's not full yet. Yeah, let's just fill him up. Jesus. Oh, they're like bad pennies. Okay. That was lovely. Do we want to cut out early, or do we have maybe one little short scene we want to do before we say goodnight?
Can't think of any short scenes.
I know.
Between Theo and Rose. Short and sweet.
What you got for me?
Rose comes by, Theo's on break, and he pulls out a picnic basket. And, I hope you don't mind, I had to sneak onto the grounds for this. And he'll lug a small chest to the side. He pops it open, and there's a blanket inside of it. For those of you at home, it's a blanket that he and Rose sat on when they were younger, and they'd go stargazing.
Was that really still there?
Oh yeah. I had to, do a bit of cleaning. I think I got all the ticks out.
How romantic.
I could always go back inside and grab one from the hall closet if you don't want to use this one.
No. I like this one.
Yeah.
Do you stargaze?
Small picnic. At night, stargazing. Yeah. Yeah.
That's perfect. I love it. Well, with that, I'll leave you with one more thing. The scene is a very angry and partially drunk Mr. Collingwood talking with an individual across the table from him. I think he knows. I don't know how much longer I can do this. The bugger's gotta kick off soon, or else it's gonna be found out. As the camera turns, you see across from him, feeding him more wine, a familiar face. Madame Dupont. Well, then bloody get on with it already, and we can move on. I don't know. I think the sister knows. This could be trouble. Continues to pour him wine. Then make it less troublesome. I just told you it was... Kill her then! Take care of it. And then we go. And that'll be the end! Hey!
Alex, this is what happens when you're not here.
It's coming. We're still romantic comedy, guys. It's gonna be okay.
This underlying murder mystery. Well, it's still romantic comedy because none of us are involved in this plot.
Exactly.
This is all the connections dealing with all this like intricate like murder mystery. Oh man, it's so good.
I love it.
Mildred's gonna figure this out, you guys. Don't worry.
All by
She
yourself.
will. Mildred
And
Lansbury.
once she solves it, then Sid will give us the after credits. Nick Fury coming around, inviting her to the Avengers Initiative.
Yes.
Because she's amazing.
Get out of my head. You're supposed to save that for the end.
Netflix, get on it. Oh, hey, I had a thought during the game.
Yes.
If Miles Hammer is the father of Theo Wilmont, and Mildred Addison was also once a Hammer, does that make Riley and Theo Hammer Bros?
Oh no.
Technically,
Sure.
yes.
Oh, now you've spoken that into the universe.
And with that,
Chat is very on the side. I'm just seeing a lot of all caps of no one hurts Mildred.
No, it hurts Mildred.
I'm gonna
Mildred's
protect
safe
her.
at all
Don't worry, you
costs.
guys.
I won't
Use
let
all those
anything
resolve
happen.
tokens.
I've got this. I have so
We
many.
won't let anything happen to Mildred. It is romantic comedy, friends. I promise. But is there anything else anyone wants to plug or talk about before we say goodbye for the night? I'll plug for the channel. The next time we'll be here is tomorrow night for Neon Souls. It's a sprawl game. It's cyberpunk goodness. It's very horny. Who would have thought? Come check it out. 8 o'clock Eastern. Savvy will be there. Sean's running the thing. I'm there. It's gonna be great.
And GB of Tavern fame.
A GB of Tavern fame will also be there. A Magnificent Morgan, the Mage Matrix, will be there as well. It's a great crowd.
I'll plug my new games that I'm doing real quick. You can find me here most days, but on, well, the afternoon before Neon Souls, if you're looking for something to do at 3 p.m. every Friday, I'm at twitch.tv/encounter roleplay, running Apocalypse World in a little game called Diesel Punks. It's Diesel Punk. That's the whole thing. It's really good. Come hang out. We had our premiere last week, and it was really exciting. And then this coming Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, and for several Mondays after that, I'll be on twitch.tv/Cobalt playing D&D with their new Deep Magic supplement. We're doing Deep Magic. It's going to be great. It's a party of all casters, so come watch it, because it's going to be a complete disaster, but in the most fun way. That's what I got going on.
Disaster magic. Woot! All right. If there's nothing else, then there doesn't need to be anything else. That was quite a game, my friends. Alex, we still blame you because we need you to keep us on track, and that went off the rails. This is all you. Just kidding. We'll have Alex back next week. Maybe we'll have, not next week, 2 weeks from now, because we are bi-weekly. Maybe we'll have an LB. We'll see. Maybe. We'll see what happens. But hopefully we'll have an Alex back. But until then, my friends, have a wonderful evening, morning, wherever you are. But as always, good game and good night, Internet.